Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of TFG Radio. Tonight we have myself, Adam. We have Danny.
Hey.
And who apparently is on a witness protection because you never see his face anymore.
Yeah. It's because my internet sucks and it can't absorb the bandwidth of the video.
And as you can hear by that cackle, we have John.
Hey guys.
Once again, no Tom, who continues his streak. I'm assuming that he's doing it out of spite now. Couple big things at the time of this recording. We had RMO last week. And we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about that on the back end because I know everybody wants to talk about what really came up this week. Was the Warhammer preview at Adepticon. At the time of this recording on Thursday, Adepticon is going on. They just finished their four games today.
Jesus, that's so many.
So what Adepticon does is they do 4 games and they do a top cut of 32. And then tomorrow they'll do 4 rounds of single elimination. And then the championship round, I believe this year, is on Saturday night, starting at I think 8 or 8:30 after the teams tournament.
Wow. I mean, as long as the people playing in that aren't playing teams, it's not that bad.
Well, what it does is it allows people to play the singles, and then since they're most likely not going to make it, they can still play in the teams. Or even if they do make it, because teams is Saturday, Sunday,
yep,
and the singles is Thursday, Friday, they can do both. So if they make it into the champs, they're just going to be playing like 3 or 4 games on Saturday if they're in the finals. So that's really the only difference.
Makes sense. I kind of like that format. I mean, it's a killer day 1, but whatever. We're gonna do
day 1 is day 2, 1 and 2.
Oh, that's true.
If you make top cut,
yeah. Well,
and if you make top cut and you're in the teams, then it's another long day on Saturday.
You're in it to win it.
Sure, I guess that's one way of looking at it. But along with that, and the teams is probably what Adepticon's known for. Because it's a big. Because I was there like about 2 years ago, and it was more of a spectacle in terms of the teams themselves, the way they were dressed, their
display boards.
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's a cool event. It's a great con.
Yeah, and they recently moved from Chicago to the Chicago area to Milwaukee, so bigger venue, all in one place. I highly suggest you go at least once to Adepticon.
But not attached to a hotel.
No, it is not.
Because it's a convention.
The previous place was, but this one is not.
Because you get to a point and you can't do that necessarily.
What's funny is most complaints were not about the not being attached to a hotel. Most of the complaints were just the fact that it moved to Milwaukee instead of staying in Chicago. But once we know the final numbers, we'll see if that mattered or not. I think they expect a lot. Like they expect, even with the move, the attendance to go up.
I would assume Milwaukee has better beer choices.
Yes, but not deep dish pizza, which was really good when I was there.
It's less like pizza and more like pizza pie or cake.
Yes, that is true.
It's like a pizza cake.
It's a piece of cake.
Terrible. 0 of 10. Joke privileges
That's a 10
revoked.
Out of 10 dad joke.
It's
a 10 out of 10 dad joke.
Oh, terrible.
0 out of 10 for kid response. So we'll start with John. We'll start with one of John's favorites. For those that have been listening for a long time, they know John has a couple of Space Marine armies that he enjoys. One of them being salamanders.
Yeah, Space Marines.
But the other one being Space Wolves.
Yep. Yeah, but there's no Lehman Russ, so come on.
No. But it's a whole but I mean you don't even have a Space Wolf army anymore. It's like a full refresh.
I've done 2. That doesn't mean I can't do a third.
I'll do a third.
No, well, that's
you watch
what I mean.
me.
I'm the goofy meme. Fucking do it again.
No, but that's what I mean. You don't have one now,
No.
so this is a good chance to like
Yeah.
make another one with all new
true.
Primaris Space Wolves.
Yeah. And apparently not with Thunderwolves, according to the rumors, which is lame.
Rumors are no more Thunderwolf Cav, and I
Lame.
don't know about Wolfen. I haven't heard anything about Wolfen.
Oh, that would also be lame.
I feel
I
like
like
they're not
Wolfen.
going to get rid of Wolfen.
You don't think so?
They'll just won't make Wolfen good again until they give us Lehman Russ in 4 editions.
Right.
At which point they'll give us new Wolfen models.
So the big thing that they teased is that anybody in basically tactical armor is movement 7. So Grey Hunters, Blood Claws, the new Head Takers. Because I think they're in
Anyone in the basic power armor, like non-gravis and stuff.
yeah, basically. And the other rumor is that I think Blood Claws will have advance in charge, but we don't know about that. That's just one of the rumors.
Like a strat or like built in.
No, like built in.
That'd be pretty good.
John, initial thoughts on the models?
It looked pretty good. I'm not a big fan of the Wolf Priest with hood.
Really?
It looks like a weird, like Dark Angel's hood on it. Like I don't know.
Oh,
It's weird. I've never
Well,
seen they've never seen a Space Wolf model with a hood before. Like even their Rune Priests didn't have psychic hoods. They were like almost bareheaded a lot of the time. Like the previous like I don't like that aesthetic. The rest of that model's amazing. The wolf cloak.
Well, there's
pelt
two.
and,
There's
like,
two other head options.
I know, but I saw the hood one first and was triggered.
Oh my god!
But they look cool. The Huntress thing looks cool. I'm a little annoyed if there's not going to be Thunderwolf Cavalry because those were cool.
Okay, move past it.
Never.
No, I will never give up.
Okay.
It would be
Never
awesome.
gonna give them up.
I'm never going to give them up. It would be great if
let you go.
Blood Claws had advance in charge. And then apparently the other room is Grey Hunters are OC3.
Yes.
OC3 is a lot.
That's killer. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
just spam Grey Hunters because why not? Like, if
Yeah,
they're cheap
move
enough.
7. So. Yeah, they mentioned a special rule for the head takers, but it seemed kind of complex, and I didn't want to think about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it involved the wolves and then the guys because it looks like a squad of 3.
Yes, that's the new thing. Squads of 3. So
That's a new Primaris thing. Yeah.
Well, it's also they'll probably do that with the Grey Knights. We'll talk about it when we get that. But like, yeah, I was a little annoyed not to see new Space Wolf Terminators also.
Yeah.
Like, Space Wolf Terminators are cool. Wolfguard Terminators are so cool. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, it'd have been great if the next Loyalist Primarch was Rus. But we're probably going to end up with Imperial Fist Primarch Dorn or some nonsense.
Like I said in our chat, all the boring
ones.
Primarchs first.
Okay, the Lion's not boring.
I said what I said.
The Lion was just taking a nap.
Compared to like Russ and
Dude, the Lion had some great Horus Heresy novels. I understand that first one people didn't like, but come on, he literally cuts the head off his own chaplain for talking back. You can't use psychers. We're literally dying to demons. You can't. I'll show you. I do what I want. Hey, look, you don't have a head anymore. Yeah. I mean, I like the Lion, but yeah, Gilliman is boring. Dorn, even with the end of the end of the death, still a little boring. Better though.
Yeah.
I definitely liked him better after those books.
same with Pertuabo.
No, this
I thought he was written better in
is a Catholic
Horus Heresy
podcast.
books.
No heresy. He was written better. He wasn't as boring. Yes.
Yeah.
It was cool that they gave the like in depth. He's in charge of the siege and like went in depth into his psyche and stuff. That was cool.
Yeah. Although I kind of like but didn't like the take my ball and go home. That was kind of.
Oh, I thought that was hilarious. I mean, I felt that was very like on brand for him, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing they announced was, in conjunction, was I guess the new Crusade book and a return to Armageddon again for the fourth time.
again.
83rd time.
No, it's the fourth. It was the original invasion. Well, okay,
It's first, second, and third.
it's like the 100th time because remember, if you remember your Horus Heresy 30K lore, it's originally Eleanor, which was an orc planet.
The orc planet.
And then, yeah.
Armageddon's Eleanor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And they killed, it was an orc planet, and then they, conquered it. That's why in the beginning, that's why they had the big parade or whatever for Horus. And then they turned it into Armageddon.
Where did they tell us that in the lore? I'm totally unaware of that.
That was early on.
Yeah. Trying to remember what book it is, or what thing. But
They
yeah,
literally
Eleanor
said it in
is
one of the Horus
Armageddon.
Heresy books.
It's also why Korn loves the planet, because it has such a blood-soaked history between
Yeah.
the wars. Because it was Ulanor was the seat of the strongest orc empire at the time.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's the giant one that
Yeah.
gives the Emperor a hard time.
Yeah. So they basically,
Interesting.
pave it over and turn it into a Forge world, and then Korn arrives, and then Orcs arrive, and then Orcs Part 2, and now Korn is back for more.
What's that song where you pave paradise and put up a parking lot? That's Eleanor in a nutshell.
I was thinking more of the Waterworld speech that Dennis Hopper does.
Oh, God. Jeez. Whew.
So this one involves again Korn coming back to the planet, which means Black Templars are coming back, Space Wolves are coming back, which is why they mentioned the Space Wolf release.
Grey
And
Knights.
of course the Grey Knights. And with that so far it looks like the only new model is the Grey Knight Grandmaster.
Yeah.
And even then I think it's
I think
I think
there'll
it's an
be other
upgrade
ones.
sprue.
I think there will be other ones. I think that they're going to give you like a 3-man Paladin box and like a 3-man box for what are those guys that Castellan Crow leads, the Purifiers?
right.
Because Crow, remember, is an upscaled, true scale Marine, like a Primaris Marine size, and the baby Grandmaster Knight dude is definitely bigger too. So he's like a true scale Terminator. So I bet we're gonna get like 2 small box releases along with it, where it's like 3 Purifiers and then 3 like Paladins in a box. And then your regular Terminators are still Terminators, but if you want to run Paladins, it can be a squad of 3. And if you want to run Purifiers, it's a squad of 3, and they'll be like extra elite. You know how they've been doing that with like the super elite Marine units?
Yeah, like the Exterminators and
Yes,
all that other
right.
stuff.
Yeah. At least that's my tinfoil hat theory.
But yeah, it looks like the Grey Knight Grandmaster is just an upgrade sprue.
I mean, it's a legit upgrade sprue. That mace is cool. The baby Marine
flail.
thing. Is that what it is? It's not a mace, it's a flail.
There's both. There's a male and a and a flail and a mace.
I mean, I like it. It needed an upgrade. I don't mind those models other than the baby Bjorn. But
Right.
even then, like, whatever. They're still kind of cool. It's still a neat concept. And the weapons were always awesome on it. And if it can kill monsters and kill tanks, cool.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
So along with that, they showed us all the next. They showed us, since we have Emperor's Children. Now they showed us the rest of them. Danny, you want to talk about World Eaters?
You mean our one dude?
Yes. He has a bloodthirster in him. He can kill guys back to life.
Okay.
I mean,
nobody
that's
who has a
pretty
Primarch for their favorite faction is allowed to complain.
That's fair. That's fair.
I got no idea where Vulcan is.
Oh, yeah.
Lehman Russ is probably a werewolf.
Corvax is a weird shadow demon.
Well, I don't want to play, but I don't want to play Rivengard.
Yeah, well. I mean, the new 8-bound champion or whatever he is looks cool. I mean, the idea of killing people back to heal the unit is cool. I like playing whatever the Red Angels or whatever that first attachment was. That's mostly 8 guard
right.
or 8-bound. So, I mean, I'm amped. I'm going to get 2 of them, I'm sure. You know, like, I don't know how much utility he's going to add other than, you know, maybe making the kind of standard stat check. Can you get through a bunch of 4 can you get through a bunch of invulnerable saves and maybe feel no pains on my big killy mini Death Stars? So
Yeah.
make him a little more tough, which is cool. Like I'm looking forward to him. I'm not necessarily. I was hoping for a little more. I was hoping for a few more, units or something. Like
Apparently, there's also a detachment where you can attach a Khorne Lord on a World Eater Lord on a Juggernaut
to Blood Crushers.
Blood Crusher with Blood Crushers. So now you have Lord Avocado with Blood Crushers.
They used to be able to do that. Like
sounds pretty cool, actually.
First dropped. When Word Release first came out, and you could just freely mix Khorne and Blood and World Eaters, you could attach the Lord Avocado to Blood Crushers because they were all
you could?
They had the same keywords. Yeah, they had Khorne and Demon keyword.
I don't remember.
Yeah, they had Khorne and Demon.
Yeah, this is like when they first came out, and then immediately the edition changed or whatever,
I don't like.
and it didn't work anymore. But yeah, I mean, as someone who again loves World Eaters and loves Khorne Demons, like I'm excited for our little detachment that lets us mix. So that'll be cool, especially if Khorne dogs keep their uppy downy. That would really, 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 really help World Eaters to have some like cheat chaff that can go run off and do objectives.
So
do secondaries.
I didn't watch the thing. So is it with going back to Armageddon? Is it just going to be they're giving us detachments, or is it like a campaign book, old style?
No,
or
it's a campaign book. It's for narrative only.
Okay.
Which is fine.
None of it's going to cross over to competitive.
That's how it probably should be.
Like that, Will?
Yeah.
I think I'm sorry. That's how it should be.
I don't know. It was fun. Whatever.
You're not wrong.
I don't care. If the Space Wolf stuff ends up being cool enough, sure. Whatever. I can set up the table here and we can play World Eaters versus Space Wolves all day long.
And I think, yeah, and also they also confirmed that Yark was dead.
Yeah.
When they're talking about Armageddon, because people were asking.
Yeah. So Gascol will probably show up, and we finally get the Gascol Angron meme fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody you're gonna die for a human. Someone is.
Yeah.
The other book was Death Guard, and they basically just get a new character. Mm-hmm. That puts out a fog or something. I don't know, he has a fog machine on his back, essentially.
Okay, but you're supposed to use the fog machine things to kill the insects? Like, the fogger things kill insects, so why would he have a fogger?
Maybe he has the opposite effect.
Maybe
it attracts them.
Is it a fog of flies? Because that would be kind of cool.
Maybe. Probably.
Alright.
And then Thousand Suns have the chicken robots everybody's talking about.
Yeah, what the hell are those?
And not
man?
in a good way.
Yeah. Like I get the fact that they wanted a different aesthetic than the robots in 30K who were all like big and kind of bulky.
Oh, I don't know. Why did they just go with that?
I think because they wanted it to be unique. They didn't want it to be like a, hey, here's your 30K robots 40K-ified. They wanted them to be unique to 40K, which I kind of understand, and I get that they wanted a different aesthetic. I just don't think it was executed well.
No.
Yeah.
There is a vehicle detachment apparently, which is where you can like use a bunch of these. But
watch it be broken.
I know, right? So people would buy them.
Of course, it'll be broken. Everybody's gonna they want to sell lots of chicken automatons.
Yeah. Well, that's what our thumbnail's going to be. So.
Chicken automaton, or that meme.
That meme, yeah.
It's a good meme.
And then each of the books is going to have like a special edition book that comes with a little part of a coin, and all four of them fit together to form one giant coin.
Oh, cute.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's cute.
I'm sure they're only going to make so many of them. So I'm sure everyone will be able to get one.
Oh, I'm sure.
Sure.
So I'm looking forward to all of them only because I basically have all these armies.
Nice.
I know.
Except for Space Wolves.
No, I meant the Chaos God. I don't care.
Oh, the Chaos Gods.
So now with the Emperor's Children that I have all four Chaos Gods. Although World Eaters are still in the box. I haven't put that together yet. I probably should at some point.
Yeah, you probably won't.
One of the other big things announced was the new chapter approved mission deck.
Already sold out.
Yeah, already sold out.
Yeah, sold out. And oh, by the way, we're not printing anymore. Sorry.
That's right. We only printed 1,500 worldwide. So
It's not going to be enough for LVO.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of it yet, only because I haven't really seen it. As mentioned, there's a new 3 ways to play. Incursion, which is 1,000 points. Strike Force, which is 2,000, and then what they're calling asymmetric war. Yeah, so we'll see if they're able to make that third one work.
We'll see.
I mean, in the example, they showed 2 different types of deployment zones, and like one that's called pincer attack, and it looks like, I guess, hammer and anvil, sort of, where the top half's like a chevron.
Oh yeah.
And the bottom half you deploy on the sides only, not in the middle.
Yeah, that looks like a nightmare to set up.
A little bit.
Maybe. It also depends what the layouts are, what the new layouts are.
Pincer attack.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm assuming we're not going to use that for tournament play.
It'd actually be kind of funny.
Well, it would make attacker defender matter. To be honest. So maybe we will use it. Who knows? Secret missions won't be a thing anymore. They have a new thing called Challenger cards. They have 2 elements: a powerful free-to-use stratagem and a unique Challenger mission to undertake on top of your primary and secondary. So now you get a 3rd mission.
Okay.
You can only choose one.
All right.
So you can only use either the stratagem or the mission.
Okay.
Interesting. So what they're going to do, I think they said, we don't know when it's going to come out, but if it's similar to previous editions, it's usually like right after ACO.
Okay.
So look for it late June.
Yeah, it's usually summer.
Yeah. So look for it in late June. That's probably when it'll be out. So I'm looking forward to seeing what it basically is, what the new year, especially since LVO will be later that year, and we'll be using these new missions. Do we want to talk about new Spearhead box?
Yeah.
Along with 2 boxes that are supposed to be geared towards that.
Sure.
Okay, you can tell how excited we are.
I know. Well, yes. They talk about the new Kill Team, Kill Team Typhon.
Yeah.
Which is,
yay, Raveners.
Raveners, which I haven't seen Raveners in a while.
I mean, I use them.
Well, I haven't seen you in a while either.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
So Raveners against AdMech, basically. And there's like 5 different types of Raveners. There's like the Prime, which I think is like the leader. Feltalon. There's one that's what's it called? Oh my god, Tremor Scythe, which I guess is supposed to be sensitive to movement and stuff or sounds. Wrecker, which I'm assuming is just like the Bad Batch TV show, he just wrecks things. That Venom Spitter and Warrior. So I think the Warrior is the baseline. and the kit should be able to make all of those.
That's pretty cool. They do look good. I like the way they look.
I don't know if all of them will be available for 40K, but you can always just build them and use them as regular Raveners. It's no big deal.
I'm sure that's the way it'll cross over. No problem.
And then the Admech, they have a Techno Archaeologist, Servitor Underseer, and then 2 Gun Servitors, Breacher Servitor, who looks like he has like a Melta type or Las Cutter, Techno Medic Servitor, Auto Proxy Servitor. What does that even mean? And then 3 close combat servitors. And then the gun servitors have looks like a heavy bolter and a conversion beamer, I'm assuming. And then some Tyranid terrain. So, looks pretty cool. I'm curious what the rules will be for the Admech guys. Finally, the big one, and which is weird considering it's for Old World, is the Army of Cathay. So if you played Total War Warhammer, you know what the Cathay is, and these are essentially the models from the game.
The Golem's cool. I like the giant Golem.
Yeah, the cannon's pretty cool because you can also make it like a rocket launcher.
Yeah,
that's very cool.
There's a sorcerer on a dragon horse thing.
Mm-hmm. And then there's just the dragon also, right?
Yeah, the dragon is cool.
That's the in the game, I think that's the daughter.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
If you play the game, it's the daughter that's. But the dragon looks really cool. And they said all of this is in plastic. So it's a whole plastic range.
Nice.
Yeah, the statue dude is pretty cool. Although I'd probably paint it more jade.
Jade would be cool.
I'm sure you're going to see a lot of that. The balloon thing is cool.
Terracotta,
from the game.
like a giant terracotta warrior.
Yeah.
That'd be cool too.
You have the balloon thingy. All from the game. If you played the game, basically that's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, what does that mean? Because they also mentioned Beastmen and Wood Elves, and those were the last 2 that they were making for Old World. Was Wood Elf and Beastmen. So what does that mean going forward for Old World? Does that mean that they're going to make everything else is like all new armies now? If they make them?
No, it means no more support. It's over.
Or you think this is it? Cathay's like the capstone to the Old World?
Yeah, they're done. Back to Sigmar and 40K and your regular schedule programming.
You don't think they'll do like Araby or Ind?
Oh, no way. No way.
They're done.
Most people don't even remember those factions existed.
Cashed in.
They can do Estelia.
But nobody even knows what you're talking about. You're just making words up.
1, you're right. And 2, no, I'm not.
You're supposed to go with the Thor line. The Thor line. All words are made up.
True. In this case, especially so.
Yes, especially in any fantasy setting.
I think this preview is like one of the better ones in recent.
Yeah, I mean, it had a lot of stuff in it.
It was.
Well, it's also maybe because it was more relevant to us.
It could have been the best one ever if
twice.
they revealed another Primarch.
Yep.
Well, in any case, they
Loyalist Primarch
Fulgrim last time.
Yeah.
If they had revealed one more Loyalist Primarch, it would have been amazing.
Yeah.
I think
Fortitude.
I think it's one of the better ones. In
Scoreboard
general,
bitches.
Because of the way it was presented. Because remember, I complained previously where the presentation just seemed lackluster a couple times. So this one seemed a lot better, and they did answer a few questions during the live chat.
That's cool. I don't even watch it anymore. I just wait for the memes.
You just wait for me because I still watch it.
No, I wait for the memes.
Also because they showed the roadmap, both for AOS and 40K. We don't care about AOS. Well, Danny still does, but I mean, does he? Do you, Danny?
I mean, I do. I just don't get to play much. So,
Yeah.
you know.
So yeah. So. No, I'm trying to find the roadmap. So the roadmap shows. So it's so Thousand Suns. So all the Chaos stuff comes out. Will come out soon, along with Space Wolves. And then after that is. Hold on a second.
Grey Knights.
I think it's Grey Knights, and then the is it Grey Knights, and then the no, it's actually Black Templars, which they really didn't talk about.
That's right, Templars.
So it's Black Templars, Grey Knights, Chaos Knights, Imperial Knights, all the Knights.
Yes, because Templars are knights.
Sure,
They are.
so it's Templars, Grey Knights, and then both Chaos and Imperial Knights.
Mm-hmm.
So those will be out the next batch, which I'm assuming is like maybe the fall. And then what they called On the Horizon, they showed 3 images. One of them is obviously a salamander.
Yes.
Another one looks to be a Votan.
That was my guess.
And then the third one, we figure, is Imperial Fist. Because it's a giant fist. So what that means to me anyway, I don't know about you guys, is that they're bringing back the supplements.
It seems like it, yeah.
Sure. It also means you're probably getting Dorn.
Maybe.
Boring Dorn. I'm going to build a fortress. Oh, how great would it be if you field Dorn and you can bring Hammerfall bunkers for free or something? Because you know they haven't sold any of those. Sitting in a warehouse unsold.
I thought you meant if you can bring Dorn and then ally guard with Dorn tanks.
Oh, God. Like
That
you used
would
to be
be
able to
funny,
take
actually.
Lehman Russes with Space Wolves.
Yes.
You used to be able to take a Lehman Russ.
So, and then Future just shows, you can tell it's a silhouette of a Space Marine. Someone posted an image of a Raven Guard Reaver.
I saw that.
And it looks like the exact image. I mean, the exact silhouette, but that can be really any Space Marine. But it probably is. It probably is Raven Guard.
That'd be hilarious.
But what do you guys think? I mean, we dealt with supplements back in 7th, 6th, 7th edition. When they had all, the Ultramarines, White Scars, Raven Guard, Iron Hands.
Yeah. As long as they keep the stratagems under control, it's fine. It was the rules bloat that came along with it that was the problem.
I mean, we
Yep.
are past the halfway point
Yeah, I think this is a
almost at
sign
2
that 11th
years.
is coming.
in the cycle, which means it's time for crazy. Time for the crazy rules.
It's time to kill the edition so everyone's ready for 11th. Not this summer, next summer.
Yeah. I really thought they were going to announce a new edition of Horus Heresy.
Yeah, same, actually.
That was kind of the rumor.
Game's dead.
Horus Heresy? You mean
Game's
Warhammer 7.5?
Yeah, game's dead.
They might just leave it the way it is. That they might not just want to invest. I mean, they're putting out new models. They might just not want to invest in redoing the rule set. Just like, this is the rule set. We're leaving it alone. We'll put out new models. We have enough players. Right.
God, man,
putting everything in plastic.
Right.
They're slowly... It looks like they're slowly getting rid of, like, all the common stuff you can get from Forge World.
Right.
So...
Okay, this is the third time I've come across this Wolf Priest with the hood. It's bad.
John's now decided.
Don't like it.
When you build... You're going to build it?
If I do a
use the other
Space
head
Wolf
options?
army, I would use a different head option. I'm not gonna. It's
Alright.
heinous.
No one's forcing you.
The Wolfguard Battle Leader. That's another model. That one's cool. He's got the buckler shield, the round shield, and the power
right.
sword. That
yeah,
one is
yeah.
cool. The Hunters are cool because they have axes, and axes are always cool with Space Wolves. Yeah, not a fan of this hood. I have to keep scrolling before I get triggered again.
Well, that was the showcase.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to it, especially the chaos stuff. I'll probably buy those robots just for completeness sake, because but maybe, I don't know. I don't even. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know what to think about those robots, to be honest. I think I'll just play the Emperor's Children in the League and see how that goes. But yeah. So that was the reveals for Adepticon, and so this past weekend also I was at Aurora, Colorado, for the Rocky Mountain Open. It had 222 players.
Nice.
Which was up from about 40 players from last year, I think. So far, all the events have been more than last year. So we were at the local fairgrounds, which was nice. Luckily, it wasn't freezing cold like it was last year. There was no snowstorm the day before. Still cold. I am from California, so everything below 60 is cold. Super cold for me. So.
Ooh, snow makes everything better.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. 6 rounds. One of the comments I made over the weekend in our group chat was that the scores got in pretty quick.
Nice.
I did mention this year we're trying to do the, basically. You card people and try to get people to put their scores in quickly, but I didn't have to do that at all.
Nice.
I think the quickest time was 8 minutes after the round was up.
The slowest?
That was the fastest. The slowest took a while because we had issues at one of the tables with clock and scores, so I had to take care of that. So that took a little longer than it should have.
Pretty impressive.
But it was all good. The quickest was 8 minutes. Average was about 10, 15 minutes maybe. Even then, that was stretching it. So, wasn't too bad. We did allow... It was using the new data sheet along with the new DACA orcs. More DACA.
And so did the more DACA orcs win?
They came in first, second, and third because they didn't play a mirror match.
Nice.
There was another large event where the same thing happened. They got first, second, and third.
Nice.
I think
perfectly balanced as all things should be.
I think over the weekend it was a upper 60s win percentage, and then if you take out the mirror, I think it was in the 70s, low 70s. So, and there's already a few tournaments that are banning it. We have Battle for LA in Cerritos in a few weeks. And I haven't decided whether to ban it or not. I think I want to wait till after Adepticon to see if GW does anything. I don't know. What's your guys' thoughts?
Nah, let it play, man. Let it play.
Yeah, whatever. Don't take things so seriously.
Don't take things so seriously. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. The winner was Zach Point. The top 3 was Zach Point, Ben Jurek, and Michael Mann, all orc players.
Nice.
And then 4th was Tyranids, 5th was Space Marines. So that was the top 5 for Rocky Mountain. We did have a few interesting questions, and I'll ask you guys, being judges and former judges. Custodes.
Mm-hmm.
They brought back that new detachment, which includes the old favorite Unleash the Lion stratagem.
Nice.
And what that stratagem does, it basically allows the unit that you play it on, which I believe is Alara's Terminators, and I believe it was another unit, but I can't remember. They basically each become an individual unit.
Yeah.
Right.
So they anti-Voltron.
Yes.
If they are chosen as a marked for death unit, Like your opponent pulls Mark for Death, and you choose it as one of the units. Your opponent doesn't kill anything. On your turn, you decide, but they keep the card. They're going to keep Mark for Death. So those units are still marked. On your turn, you use Unleash the Lions. Are those individual models marked? And if so, do you have to kill all of them or just kill one to earn the points?
I would say they're marked because there's no mechanism through which you unmark the unit. Right?
Right.
Until
It's persisting effects.
Right.
There you go. Danny got it.
It's persisting
And then
effects.
Persisting effect.
Persisting effects.
Now the second half,
The second half
how
is
do you score it?
You have to kill all of them.
Danny?
No, you just have to kill one because it says the unit is split into separate units, each containing one model. They're all marked for death. It lets you have more marked for death targets. All marked for death says you score if you destroy one of the units that has marked for death.
Oh, marked for death isn't the one where you have to kill all the ones that are marked for death.
You
only
have to
No,
kill
you just
one.
need to kill one of them.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
That's the old. That's the old.
That's the
Mark for
old
Death.
mark for death. Yeah, I agree with Danny. Yep.
Yeah. See, and that's how we ruled it at the time.
Yeah, like you wouldn't want to actually do it.
No.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna mark
if
this
that
unit for
card comes
death. Okay, cool. I'm gonna split it up.
Yeah, if you're going to do it, you have to do it before they pull that card. Or after, not when they pull it. Most of the questions revolved around Marnius Calgar and his bodyguard.
Yeah, I hate that unit.
Freaking Ultramarines, man.
So, but there were ones we've dealt with before, so it wasn't too bad. A lot of the usual stuff in terms of line of sight. Can I do this? Can I do that? Nothing else really stood out. What I did this time was I made the judges and myself, when we're walking around, have index cards, and then whether there's issues with players or rules interactions that we're not sure of, we answer it, but then we write it down so that we remember what the question actually was, and then come back to the table to discuss it later.
Nice.
Or afterwards.
It's a good idea.
And just to remember the question itself. So
I like that.
it was fine. Luckily, the in the hall that we use for the fairgrounds, it's relatively small, so you don't have to really walk around too much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only about, like I said, 222 players. They're all in a relatively small area compared to most venues we use. So to get to people didn't take too long. And they didn't. I mean, we had the QR code system, but we
Wasn't
never
necessary.
It wasn't really necessary. But players used it, but it wasn't. They were also able to yell and raise their hand, and we could clearly see where they were. They weren't like on the other side of the hall, like at things like LVO or some of the bigger events or bigger halls. Not so. For the most part, it was really nice. We ate at Texas Roadhouse. That's the first time I've eaten there.
And how did you like it?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was really good. But it was. I mean, there's one here in LA, in the Southern California, but I think it's in Rancho.
Yeah, I ain't going out to Rancho Cucamonga.
A bit of a drive.
Yeah. Not even for
But I may
those
go
buttered
just to take
buns. For those the buttered buns.
Those are really good.
Yep.
And the buttered corn was good too. That's what I had for my sides. I had the Houston steak, which was So
I like that. Just
it was. Well, you know what? I got them because there's three ounce size ounces you get. I got the middle one, but it was still huge.
I thought you were about to say
Didn't think I
still
was
wasn't
gonna
enough.
finish It was, I think, too much, but so that was good. If you're ever able to go to one, I would suggest going. It's really nice. The buttered bread is really good. The steak was good. It was fine. I may take the drive and take my wife there one weekend so she can experience it, but we'll see. But yeah, it was fine. Next event for me is, and for you, Danny, is BAO, but that's not until the end of May, so we got a little bit of a break.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So, like I said, Zach won for Best General, and then for Paragon, it was Aurelio Correa with his Imperial Guard.
Nice. Good for Leo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's funny because not me, but one of his teammates kept on berating him about, and I say this all the time, put your army in for paint judging. Even if you think it's not very good. Just get it judged and then see what happens. And then just play your tournament. Because he just got it judged. He was kind of middle of the road for paint. Nothing spectacular, nothing, but it was still pretty good. But he placed very high in his placing, so he got Paragon. The next person close to him had a higher paint score, but was lower in his placing. So Aurelio only beat him by like 5 points after using the metrics that we use.
Okay.
So it was close, and it was close, and we. Hold on, I'm trying to find. I mean, it was close, but you know what's funny is they were the only two close. Everybody else was like
obvious
in terms of their paint skill and their gentlemanship, their tactical skill, I guess is the way of putting it.
Tactical acumen.
Tactical acumen. But yes.
Okay.
That was basically it. Yeah. So it was it was pretty it was pretty obvious. I was almost worried I was very worried at one point. I'm like, we're not gonna find anybody. But yeah, so and then trying to find best paint. If I can find it, hold on, give me 1 second. I thought I had it up, but I didn't. So best paint was Aaron Knight Braun with Eldari.
Nice.
So Eldar are always pretty.
Yeah,
especially if you do the aspect
well.
warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's true.
So that was with. I mean, we gave out the faction awards also. They did a raffle that you got either a what's the new AOS box set, starter set, the one with the Stormcast and the Skaven.
Skaven Tide, something like that.
Yeah, they gave out one of those, and so the raffle was that, or all the models from the Star Wars X-wing game. You can. So the first place winner got to choose one of the two, and then the second place got the other one.
All right.
So that was for the local fundraiser for the raffle.
Cool.
They got almost like $1,000. And then and they had a bunch of food trucks there because it was
nice.
Because it was a fairgrounds. There wasn't any like restaurants nearby. One of them was called Mas Chingon. So of course I had tacos from there, and they're actually pretty good. And then I had there was a fried dessert type place. I didn't get any fried like Oreos or anything this time because I eaten there before. And then there was a grilled cheese food truck where I tried a couple of the sandwiches, and they were actually pretty good. So it was all good, a lot of fun, always nice. But yeah, so next is BAO. Again, it's at KubaCon, so we'll see how that goes. And then, but I think right now I'm building the Emperor's Children. Danny, you're playing in the local league.
Yep, I am playing demons with Shadow
with
Legion.
Demons?
Yeah.
And how are they so far?
Fun, because I like playing big monster, and demons are the best big monster faction, I think, right now.
Are you winning, son?
50-50 right now. We lost my first game against Eldar. Not that bad, actually. It was a pretty decent Eldar Seer Council list.
Okay.
So, it just has crazy mobility, and, had big unit of Fire Dragons and a big unit of Dark Reapers, and the Storm Guardian boat did a lot of work too.
Right.
But I lost by like 20 points, so it was like 74-50 or something like that.
Okay.
And I basically did the reverse of that score to the Space Marine player I played the next time, where I won, and I won 75 to 50.
Okay.
Although he scored the secret mission, but I was pretty in control of that game the whole time, just because,
right.
I play lots of, what is it? It's Bellacore. This is all Shadow Legion, so it's Bellacore, 2 Bloodthirsters, one with the I kill something, I go into a strategic reserve. The other naked,
super
and then,
annoying.
Yeah, the scouting greater unclean one, and then a chicken.
Okay.
And then 3 dogs and a unit of plague bearers. So the list actually has been really fun to play.
Right.
It's not. I mean, again, I don't think it's going to win any events or anything, but it's fun. So I've been enjoying it. It's been nice to get back into the league.
Yeah, like I said, I think I mentioned earlier, I'm probably going to, once I build the Emperor's Children and start painting them, I'll probably play in the next league. So, but yeah, so that's next. Maybe we can bring both armies to play, just to play at BAO before.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm driving, that's not hard.
Yeah, because I don't get to play as much. Well, once I can play in the league,
yeah,
the army. Because I played.
Did they announce when it's
Champs
actually
Cup.
coming out?
Which
like
one?
the full army, like with Fulgrim and everything else? Did they say that at Adepticon?
Usually it's about a month later, so it should be out before BAO.
Mm-hmm.
But because the rules call for BAO is the week before, so I think it's like the 17th or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're out before then, they'll be legal for the event. But we'll see. I'll just play with what I got. It's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so then after that, Champs. It's literally like 2 weeks later, it's like Champs Cup or something. Or 3 weeks later, it's Champs Cup / ACO, because they're doing. You can either sign up for the singles event or the team event, either one. So no, because that's in June, and then in early August. Oh yeah, in April, in about 3 weeks, is Battle for LA, which is sold out.
Nice.
So 40 players. That's why I'm thinking about whether to ban Mordaka or not, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, just
ban it just
rough.
to have some variety.
Yeah.
I mean, you should maybe.
Pretty showed
I
up
don't
with
know,
Mordeka.
Yeah.
not to be that guy, but why don't you send out, a question via, or I don't know, email everyone who's signed up so far. Yeah, and just ask, like, what do you guys think? Do you want to ban it or not?
Yeah, I can do that. It sounds like a lot of work, though.
I mean, sure.
No. I'll probably end up doing it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Well, we'll see what happens if GW doesn't say anything. I'll put it to the players and see what they want to do. So
We'll see what happens at Adepticon.
I think there's only one orc player in the top, because today was the end of the first day, and the cut for the 32. I think there's only one orc player.
Hey,
Well, I think that shows that maybe people have already adjusted to it.
That or nobody good was playing that.
Yeah, that or there was no good orc players.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's more than one. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me look. I'm looking right now.
You lied to us.
Oh wait, that's the wrong.
You're a filthy liar.
Let's see. Trying to find Age of Sigmar. Here it is, 40K. So right now I'm looking at one. One, two, three. So they take, because they cut it at 32.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at three orc players and a fourth that came in 33. So 3 orc players in the top cut for
All right.
for the top 32 going into the tomorrow's.
So we'll
see.
Certainly could have been worse.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm sure after this weekend, GW either will or won't do something about it, but we'll see. I think we'll call it there. That's enough for the night between the reveals and RMO recap. I think that's about it. John, any words of encouragement for the listeners out there?
Yeah, bitch less, play more.
I thought you were going to say something like real Space Marines don't wear hoods.
Real Space Marines don't let their friends wear hoods.
Their friends don't let their friends wear hoods.
I mean,
Danny?
that's generally good advice, I think.
Play games,
Danny?
be nice to each other, as always.
All right. Very good, Danny. Consistency.
Always. Someone has to do it.
Sure as hell ain't gonna be me.
That's right.
Well, yeah. Well, thank you everybody for listening. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're on any of the podcast listening stuff, just subscribe there. If you're here on YouTube, don't forget to like the show and also subscribe. I think I'll be releasing the last pre-recorded Pod Save the Imperium next week, and then we have one brand spanking new episode.
Yes.
After that, all new Pod Save the Imperium content after that.
Yay.
My God.
Right, John?
It's finally done.
Yes.
Very good.
Well,
And
we
then
do
I
have
still
a topic
that
for our next one.
Yeah, we did.
We decided on a topic, so
We did.
We actually need to get Tom to be alive again.
yes. We need
Yeah.
to coordinate with
We
him,
need
but
to
yeah,
stop
we do.
being on
No,
the
we
line.
did. We have a topic.
We have a few, I think,
Yeah.
and then I'll get the interview I did edited and put out at some point. It'll be in between all the other episodes. I don't know when yet. I'll get that done soon. But again, thank you everybody for listening. I'll see everybody at hopefully BAO, if not at the other FLG events. Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Later.
See ya.